What's up guys? What do people usually know about Moscow, Russia? The Red Square, the Arbat, the Bolshoj Teatr? Man, that's boring. So what we are going to do today is we're going to take a look at the map of the metro stations of Moscow, and without looking, we're going to pick one. We're going to pick a random neighborhood here in Moscow and we are going to visit it. Who knows where we're going to end up? Let's do this. Alright, I found a map of the beautiful metro system of Moscow. Problem is, how the hell do I get there? It's been snowing quite a bit as of recently here in Moscow. Let's give it a try. Alright. Oh, I'm just wondering how I should do this. I can get myself blindfolded like this. Alright, as you guys can see, I'm blindfolded. So I'm going to pick a random metro stop like this. Let's see. Alright. So what do we have? Strogino or Strogino on the blue line. It's on the western side of Moscow, and yeah, looks like we picked our neighborhood for the day. Strogino, here we come. One, two, Strogino. Strogino. And apologies for the mispronunciation of this place. According to the loudspeaker on the train, it's actually called Strogino and not Strogino as I was saying. Stupid me. I know absolutely nothing about Strogino, so I'll just pick a random exit and see where I end up. 5-6 or 7-8? Let's go this way. Давайте. Have a little fun here in Strogino. This is amazing. Hello. Alright, как тебя зовут?
Камиль.
Камиль, Davide, очень приятно. Alright, let's continue. Now, you see this? There are some points of interest here in Strogino, and you read there, Комплекс спортивных сооружений, sports complex. And while I was on the metro, I actually looked up Strogino on TripAdvisor, and number 2 was this very sporting complex, which must mean it has to be pretty interesting, so let's go and check it out. Now, I don't think that little kid had any idea who I was. He just asked for a picture, and I was like, you want me to take a picture of you? Sure, but he said, no, I want to take a selfie with you. And I said, is that because I'm a foreigner, because you heard me speaking English? And he was like, no, I just think you're a video blogger and that's cool, maybe you're famous. And I was like, yeah, maybe. Oh, and by the way, we finally got to the number 2 attraction on TripAdvisor in this place in Strogino, the sporting complex. This is the Mnogofunkcionalny Sportivny complex, the multifunctional sporting complex Yantar. It even has a name, Yantar. I don't know what that means, but it does look like a pretty big arena, I must say. Maybe they play basketball, they play volleyball, they play futsal in here. Yantar. I can see the floodlights of a football stadium over there in the distance, and I thought, since we're at it, it would be interesting to go and check out the football stadium of Strogino. Oh, cool car, by the way. Oh, damn it, the road ends here, but I still want to go and check out the football stadium of Strogino. So what I have to do is circumnavigate this and then climb up that hill. Wow, just so much snow out here, really. The only time that I come to Russia, and it has to be the harshest winter in like 50 years. Come on, a bit of power. Come on, almost there. Yeah, I made it. Good job, legs. Ooh, nice. Ooh, and what I can see in front of me is here in Strogino, a really nice view over the skyline of Moscow. Now I see surely the Yantar sporting complex continues on the outdoor with this nice basketball court. And in front of me, let's have a run so I can show you. Here's the Yantar Stadium, Yantar Stadion. I wonder what kind of football team plays here in Strogino. Oh, there it is. Footballny club Strogino. Let's go and have a closer look, shall we? Yantar Stadion. That's a pretty nice Soviet welcoming sign to the communal stadium of Strogino. Посмотреть стадион, да? Да, конечно. Спасибо. Let's go and have a look. We have the blessing from the security guard. From here you can actually have a nice clear view over the frozen pitch of Strogino, and look at those guys, man, Russians playing football and training in -15 weather. That's insane. And on the other side you can see what I was talking about earlier, the amazing skyline of Moscow from Strogino over the frozen Moscow River. I'm actually wondering if we can go and have a walk on it. I'm not sure. I mean, it's -15, but they always say that it's not safe to do so in Moscow. It's better to do it outside of Moscow where it's colder, there are not as many people. But I mean, the weather has been pretty harsh for like a couple of weeks, so you know what? I'll give it a try. Now you can see over there in the distance is Moscow City, the amazing skyscrapers of Moscow. You can see a few factories, and to the right you can see one of the Seven Sisters. And what we're going to do now is attempt at walking on the frozen river here in Strogino. The only problem is I don't see anyone out on the frozen river, and that's not a good sign. Also here it says Выход на лед запрещен, which means that it's basically forbidden to go out on the ice, which is exactly what we're doing now. Let's go. I don't know if you guys can see that, but over there there's a tent. There's a tent right in the middle of the river, and I have no idea what that tent is doing there. Maybe there's somebody inside, maybe it's empty, I don't know. All I know is that there's just a random tent in the middle of the Moscow River. Здравствуйте.
Здравствуйте.
А что за палатки? Знаете, я итальянец. Что за...
Вот
Почему?
я иду выяснять.
Давайте.
Пойдемте вместе
Да.
выяснять.
Never follow Russian bloggers because this is where they take you. Snow knee high. But at least we got to the tent and we're going to check it out. Number 3, that's what's written on the tent. Looks like there's nobody inside. Здесь никого нету. The guy was saying that this probably belongs to some of the fishermen fishing here on the Moscow River. А рыба есть в реке, да?
Да, есть. Что он там? Кто? Карпов наловил дядька.
Ага.
Карпов.
Понял. Hello. Probably nobody's in there, or at least we hope so. Надеемся, что никого не мешаем.
Здесь все закрыто. Надежно. Вот, по-моему.
Oh yeah. So the fishermen probably get here very early in the morning. They come here, they walk on the frozen river like we just did, and they enter their tent from here, which is covered in snow, of course. And they stay here until late at day, late in the evening, when they are eventually satisfied with the amount of fish that they were able to catch on any given day here on the Moscow River. Right, so this is what the inside of a Russian tent of a fisherman looks like in the middle of the Moscow River. There's some weird stuff that I'm not able to identify, and I reckon this must be pretty cozy, right? Alright, I don't have much battery left, so now that we checked out the amazing tents on the frozen Moscow River, it's time for me to go back and check out what we can find, what else we can find here in Strogino. The notorious toilets of Strogino. Would you have a pee in there? So according to Yevgeny, we should absolutely go and check out the most beautiful church of Strogino. So why not? А, например, снять, не знаю, квартиру, студию за месяц, сколько рублей выйдет?
Здесь, я думаю,
50
за
студию.
Я думаю,
на комнату.
35.
35?
Да.
Ну, не очень много. 35,000 rubles for a studio here in Strogino, which is around 350 pounds, not that much. So I hope that after my video you guys are going to consider moving here to Moscow, to Strogino. Hello, beauty. So while we were on our way to the church, I thought it would be interesting to show you guys how much you have to pay for 1 liter of gas here in Strogino. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see it because of the sun. Well, just trust me on this one. But for 1 liter of gas of 95, it's 50 rubles, half a pound, and that's pretty cheap, right? That's why most Russians travel by cars, because it's just so cheap compared to what? £1.50 in the UK, or almost €2 in Italy, which is one of the most expensive countries in the world when it comes to gas. Here in Russia, for obvious reasons of course, it's only 50 rubles. Здесь так дешевле. Вы не знаете, как вам повезло, что газ здесь так дешевле. Well, I have to say, the weather changes really quickly here in Strogino. There wasn't a single cloud in the sky up until half an hour ago, and now it's snowing. Ha! But anyway, this is the most beautiful church in Strogino, according to my man Yevgeny, who just went inside. I didn't bother because I'm not the biggest fan of churches, especially here in Russia, so yeah. Guys, stay tuned and subscribe, because next week we're going to Siberia and it's going to be so much fun and you don't want to miss that. So again, thank you for sticking with me until the very end here in Strogino. Cheers, thank you, bye.